Nothing makes a stylish outfit collapse faster than the wrong handbag. A sagging tote, a tiny purse that looks more like a toy, or a logo so loud it steals the spotlight can instantly cheapen the whole look, especially for women over 50 who want elegance to shine through. These small fashion slip-ups can undo the effort of even the best-dressed wardrobe. So, which bags should women over 50 completely avoid if they don't want their elegance to slip away? Well, we have an interesting list that just might surprise you. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 1. Sloppy and floppy large totes. A big tote can feel like the most practical bag in the world. You throw everything in and it all fits. The problem is, when that tote has no structure, it quickly turns against you. Instead of looking like a stylish accessory, it starts to collapse on itself, sag at the corners, and lose any sense of polish. The bigger the bag, the more noticeable the sagging becomes, and the whole thing ends up looking more like a shopping sack than an intentional fashion choice. For women over 50, this is especially important because proportion matters more with age. A bag that overwhelms the frame or looks messy instantly lowers the impression of the outfit, no matter how elegant the clothes are. Structured totes, the kind that hold their shape even when they're not stuffed full, send the opposite message. They add clean lines, balance, and a sense of effortlessness. The truth is, the difference between a floppy tote and a structured one is often the difference between looking polished and looking cheap. Number 2. Tiny micro bag as your main bag. Micro bags are fun to look at on a store shelf, but the moment they're carried as an everyday bag, things fall apart. They're often so small they can barely hold a lipstick, let alone the essentials most women actually need: a phone, wallet, keys, or glasses. What ends up happening is you carry the micro bag for show, then still need another bag just to hold everything else. That defeats the purpose and ends up looking impractical rather than stylish. For women over 50, the issue is not just convenience, it's the overall impression. A bag that looks too small for your needs comes across as more of a gimmick than a polished accessory. Style at this stage of life isn't about chasing novelty, it's about balance, confidence, and function that matches your lifestyle. A crossbody can still be one of the most versatile options, but it needs to be a medium size with enough structure to keep your essentials neatly in place. That way, it serves its purpose, keeps your look elegant, and avoids the cheap label that micro bags often bring. Number 3. Large clear/PVC transparent bags. Clear bags are one of those trends that catch attention quickly, but they don't age well in everyday style. The main problem is visibility. Everything inside the bag is on display, from receipts and keys to medication and snacks. Instead of elevating your look, it exposes clutter that should stay private, which instantly makes the bag feel cheap. On top of that, PVC and other clear plastics scratch easily, lose their shine, and can even yellow over time. A bag that looked new in the store can look worn out after just a few uses. For women over 50, this kind of bag sends the wrong signal. Style at this age is often about refinement and confidence, while a large transparent tote suggests practicality taken too far, like carrying storage instead of an accessory. There are moments where a clear bag makes sense, sports, stadium rules, or the beach, but outside of those occasions, it risks undermining your entire outfit. Number 4. Huge, obvious logos or monogram covers. When a bag is covered in oversized logos, the design itself disappears, and all that's left is a billboard for the brand. While some people see it as a status symbol, it often has the opposite effect. Large logos can cheapen the overall look because they draw attention away from your outfit and onto a loud label. Instead of showing style, it looks like you're trying too hard to prove something. For women over 50, subtlety always works better. A refined wardrobe doesn't need shouting to make a statement. It speaks through quality and balance. That's why smaller, discreet branding feels more sophisticated. Think of a simple embossed logo, a modest clasp, or even no logo at all. These details let the craftsmanship of the bag stand out instead of hiding behind bold lettering. Number 5. Overly embellished or ornamented bags. Too many extras on a bag can quickly turn style into clutter. Long tassels, heavy chains, big charms, and rows of studs may stand out at first glance, but they rarely give off an elegant impression. Instead, they distract the eye and make the bag look more costume-like than chic. When the accessories are louder than the bag itself, the overall look slips into cheap territory. For women over 50, refinement is key. At this stage, style works best when it feels effortless, not overdone. That doesn't mean every bag has to be plain. A single gold clasp, a subtle quilted pattern, or a small tassel can add personality in a tasteful way. The trick is knowing when to stop. Less decoration allows the design and quality of the bag to shine, while heavy ornamentation can make even a good outfit look busy and dated. Number 6. Contrast stitching. Details can make or break a bag, and stitching is one of those quiet signals people notice more than they realize. When the stitching is bold, like bright white or neon thread on dark leather, it instantly pulls attention away from the design. Instead of highlighting the craftsmanship, it highlights the seams, and if the work isn't flawless, the whole bag looks poorly made. Even on expensive pieces, loud stitching often gives the impression of lower quality. Style built on refinement comes down to the details, and handbags are no exception. Tone-on-tone stitching, where the thread blends seamlessly with the leather, always feels more polished and understated. Instead of pulling attention to the edges, it lets the shape and texture of the bag shine. Well-made bags also use even, tight stitching that holds form over time, a clear sign of both durability and elegance. Number 7. Overly trendy novelty shapes. Novelty bags are the kind of designs that get attention for all the wrong reasons. They come shaped like animals, food, or quirky objects, and while they might feel fun in the store, they don't hold up in everyday life. These kinds of shapes rarely last beyond a single season, which means they date quickly and often make the outfit feel less serious. Instead of looking like an accessory, they come across more like a prop. For women over 50, novelty shapes risk clashing with the sophistication that most outfits are built on. A bag that looks playful on a teenager can feel out of place when paired with a polished wardrobe. That doesn't mean playfulness has no place in style. A small clutch with a bit of flair at a party can still be fun. The difference lies in what you use as your everyday carry. Timeless silhouettes, satchels, structured totes, or clean crossbodies never lose their place. They keep a look current without chasing trends, and they avoid the gimmick factor that novelty shapes almost always bring. Choosing those options keeps your style elegant and lasting, rather than looking cheap and disposable. Number 8. Slouchy hobo bags with no base or structure. Hobo bags are meant to look relaxed, yet when they lack any base or support, they go from casual to careless. A bag that collapses the moment you set it down or slumps against your side in an untidy shape never comes across as polished. Instead of enhancing an outfit, it gives the impression of being worn out, even when it's new. The softer the bag, the faster it tends to lose its form, which shortens its lifespan and makes it appear cheaper over time. Style isn't just about what looks good in the moment. Think of it on how pieces hold up with everyday use. A hobo bag with some structure, like a reinforced base or firmer leather, keeps its shape and looks intentional rather than accidental. It still carries that relaxed, easygoing feel while avoiding the messy look. The difference between a collapsing hobo and a structured one is all in how it supports itself. When the bag stands on its own, it reflects care and durability. When it doesn't, it takes away from the sophistication of the entire outfit. Choosing wisely means your bag stays stylish and doesn't pull your look into the cheap category. Number 9. Poor quality faux materials that crack or peel. Few things cheapen a bag faster than peeling or cracking material. Low-grade faux leather often looks convincing when brand new, but after a short time, it starts to show wear in ways that real quality never does. The surface can peel at the corners, crack where it bends, or develop a shine that looks more plastic than leather. Once that happens, the bag instantly signals cheap, no matter how nice the outfit around it is. Durability and finish are key when it comes to handbags. A polished style depends on pieces that not only look good, but also stand the test of time, instead of falling apart after a season. High-quality vegan leathers do exist, and many look and feel almost identical to the real thing. The difference comes down to thickness, texture, and how the material holds up with use. Smooth surfaces that resist peeling and sturdy linings all add up to a far more refined look. Number 10. Bright neon colors that overwhelm. Bags in loud neon shades may grab attention instantly, yet they rarely give off the impression of sophistication. Bright fluorescent pinks, yellows, or greens can make a bag look more like a novelty item than a stylish accessory. These colors also tend to clash with most wardrobes, making them harder to pair and more likely to look out of place. Over time, instead of appearing bold, they often come across as cheap. For women over 50, strong color can absolutely work, but the key lies in depth and tone. Rich shades like burgundy, forest green, navy, or camel always read more polished, while still adding personality. These colors complement a wide range of outfits without overpowering them. Even if you enjoy playful accents, it's better to introduce them through smaller details rather than letting a full-sized bag dominate your look in neon. The goal of any accessory is to enhance, not compete. When the color of the bag screams louder than the outfit, it distracts rather than supports. Choosing shades with depth ensures the bag feels refined, versatile, and timeless. So now that we've uncovered all the bag styles that can quietly cheapen your look, here's the real question. If you had to carry just one bag for the rest of your life, would you choose something bold that risks attention or something timeless that guarantees elegance every single time? Share your thoughts in the comments section below as you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.